Okay, let's see. Earth sign singles. Let's see what's going on with you guys. We'll start with Taurus. Oops, okay. Taurus, Two of Wands falling out, so could be something going on there. Big decisions, crossroad, needing to move forward and take that risk, maybe. Get that passion back. All right, let's see what's going on for single Tauruses, please. Single Tauruses. Single Tauruses out there for January, or for just this energy for now. I'm probably just going to start mixing up the reading. I'm just going to start doing readings like whenever. Kind of like and I hope it doesn't seem like copying or whatever. It's just I was inspired, so it's more like that, like imitation is flattery. I hope, but I really like the way Tyler does readings. It's like just kind of random, like there's no set schedule, and I think that's the best thing that's going to work for me, because I keep trying to do this, and it never seems to work out for me. So I'm just going to start uploading readings when I feel like uploading readings, the right way. All right, so let's see, Tauruses, what's going on with you guys? Okay, okay, all right, feeling a little blocked. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, all right, so for Tauruses, it's like, the thing is, I think you're missing an opportunity that's in front of you. I think that's why the Two of Wands fell out at the beginning of the reading, because it's like there's two different ways you could go with this, and to me, I really felt like more it wasn't so much about choices and things like that, as more about like I said originally, needing to just kind of cross that threshold, like go into something different and take a risk and try to get that passion back. Because I do feel like there is something coming in here for you, but with the Four of Cups up here first, you may not be interested, or you may not be noticing it. And yeah, it can be very good, actually. So right now, like the energy I see for single Tauruses is basically feeling defensive or feeling blocked. With the Five of Cups, it's also just kind of feeling sad over like a connection, probably someone from the past with this Judgment card here, most likely. And I get why you're there, because I feel like this was something that you were. It probably kind of came out of the blue, or just it really made you happy. Maybe you heard from this person, or maybe it's a new person. It doesn't have to be somebody from the past. Whatever it was, it felt like this was going to be something that was a good thing for you, and you're happy about it. But it feels like now, for single Tauruses, it's just sort of like, maybe you haven't heard back from them. Maybe you feel like you're being blocked, ghosted, whatever those terms are these days, that kind of thing. Just kind of feeling a little down about the connection. Feeling like it's over, most likely. I think maybe you put yourself out there, or you thought that something more was coming from this, but instead it feels more like an ending of a cycle. With the Judgment card and Eight of Swords, I feel like this is more about being kind of trapped in the idea of either a reconciliation with someone, or feeling like you were judged too quickly, like they didn't really see who you were. And it's like, maybe too, it could be that you didn't say the things that you really wanted to say. So, and then therefore, they made a judgment about you like too quickly. So that could be, so you might be feeling this could be a little bit of regret, that they didn't really see you for who you were. And you feel like if they just could, then it would have turned out differently. But the danger here is with the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, is that it's like you could end up staying kind of trapped in this scenario for like a really long time, if you haven't already. For some of you, you've already been in this scenario for a long time, and this is a past person you're dealing with. There might have been some sort of spark of hope or something like that recently, but it's like kind of back then to square one again. For others of you, this might have been a new person that you really kind of had hopes for. You've kind of put yourself out there, but maybe they judged you wrongly, and you're feeling that. If so, I say, if that second scenario is your situation, then I mean, hell, if they're not going to give you more of a chance than that, then you're probably dodging a bullet. Okay. But yeah, the danger here is again like just waiting around for things to change in this particular situation instead of going and then getting back on the horse, as they say, you know, and looking for something that will bring this energy back again, something that you want, that's not going to like leave you trapped in this situation forever. Okay. And I do believe, like I said, I think there's an opportunity that's coming in. If it's not here already, for some of you, it's coming in soon, but you might be so focused on this situation that you don't give it a chance or you don't notice it. But the thing is, I mean, this is a message coming in, or something, you know, somebody wants to message you, somebody wants to talk to you. There's an Ace of Cups here and a Ten of Cups. So it could be something that is very fulfilling. Quite possibly could be a Scorpio. That looks very likely. Let's see. Two of Cups. Yeah, Two of Cups with the Empress card, which is your card, Temperance. Taurus. Okay, so I said Temperance, so it could be a Sagittarius Scorpio cusp. Libra is also here, and Cancer, and there's Temperance. Yeah, so definitely Sagittarius. There, for some of you, there could be a Sagittarius in your energy, especially with this fire sign here coming in, or that's your energy. Either way, it's like I do feel like there is something right around the corner, but don't get trapped in this scenario. And I get why you would, but it's not serving right now. You know, if it's meant to serve later, it'll serve later. But right now, it's not serving, so might as well, you know, get back on the horse. Keep your options open and keep looking, you know, because there's somebody like either in your environment now or right around the corner. Okay, so that was for Tauruses. So let's see what's going on with Virgo singles. Virgo singles. Virgo. Ergo. Virgo. All right. Virgo singles. What's going on with Virgo singles? All right, Seven of Pentacles just kind of flipped around here. So some of you could be reevaluating a situation, wondering if it's worth it, you know, putting the work in, that kind of thing. Okay, Virgo singles, please. Virgo singles. Virgo singles. What's going on for Virgo singles in the somewhat future here? Now and future. Okay, for single Virgos. Okay. Okay, Magician, Ace of Swords. Nice, Virgos. Okay. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. King. Oh, we got two kings here. Uh-oh. Wow. And two female figures as well. So could be choices for both male and female Virgos out there. Okay, let's see. All right, interesting. All right, so with the Magician and the Ace of Swords in the center. So this is definitely, you know, I mean, it could just be a strong Aries presence, possibly. There's all kinds of different signs that the Magician can be, but most likely it's showing here because it's about trying to get a win, basically. That's what I feel. It's like, you know, the Magician manifests what they want. They manifest truth and honesty. So I feel like you are being very brutally honest with yourself, very truthful with yourself about what you want, and now that you know what you want, you're gonna go get it. You know, with the Magician, that's what I'm sensing here. Also, too, this is for some of you single Virgos. You'll definitely be having like clarity, a lot of clarity about a situation. So if there is something that you've recently been approached by, like a person has recently reached out to you with a message of love, or perhaps you have messaged them with a message of love. Either way, it's like I do believe you will have clarity about a situation because that's what you manifested. Like you manifested wanting truth and clarity. You have a good outcome too. There's a little more to this, but okay, so at the root here, again, we have two kings. So this is very grounded energy. So the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are a nice match, okay? Because they're both, and it's male, female, but whatever, it can apply to whatever your situation is. If it's male, male, female, female, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's like, I feel like this is just super grounded energy on both parties involved. Like both people want like a sense of stability, long-term, no big shakeups, you know, that kind of thing. Just very, very clear about that. But what's actually like that's kind of what you guys both want, but what's actually kind of going on is, we have the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups is sometimes like, um, it's a lot different personality than the King of Pentacles. The King of Cups is sort of very exuberant, very very expressive. Not necessarily like with love, not like, oh my God, I love you. It's not like that type of expressive. They're very jovial, outgoing. When they're the kind of like person that will kind of hold a crowd with them at a party, because they have like a whole bunch of stories and things like that. So it's a very sort of um, overindulgent type king, okay, in all things, in love, in partying, and sometimes they drink a little bit, tell stories loudly and wildly, things like that. And then we have the Queen of Swords, who's not that, she's more reserved, more her focus is for the truth, for justice and things, stuff like that. So it's not a bad combination, because honestly, this is the way most couples end up being. Usually one is very magnanimous. What's that word? Magnanimous? Is that the word I'm looking for? Very expressive and all of these things, where the other one's a little bit more reserved. That's a very common type of situation. But both are, and what I do like too is both of you are looking forward. So I think that's very good. Actually, so either expression, you guys are both looking forward. So nobody's looking at the past here at all. Every single card here is looking forward. So there's no looking back at things. That's a beautiful thing. With the outcome, you have the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. So the Six of Wands to me indicates kind of feeling like you got some attention, feeling good about that, feeling like the right attention, not in an ego way or anything like that. Like just feeling good, feeling on top of things. The Six of Swords could indicate that you're moving away from a lot of issues that were sort of, because again, I feel like you have this clarity. So you're moving away from a lot of issues that might have been causing a little anxiety or, something like that. For some of you, it could be short trips, something of that nature. Now, you do have the Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. So with the Wheel of Fortune, this indicates someone to me who is bound and determined not to do the same thing over again. Okay? Because a lot of times the Seven of Swords to me is a card of that. It's a card of patterns and wanting to do the same thing over again and over again, and they keep just stealing from themselves because they don't graduate. But with the Hanged Man here, I feel like this person, whoever this may be in the equation, maybe it's both of you, maybe it's the other person, maybe it's you. It's like they're bound and determined to get the like a broad scope of this picture first. Like they are taking into consideration all probabilities before they turn that wheel and move forward in any direction. So it's like sometimes the Hanged Man can be like a not so great card in a love reading, because it means like things are on hold, things are stuck, and things like that. In this instance, I don't see it like that in that way. It's like not in the way like, oh, this person's not calling you back, or they're taking like 2 weeks to message you. It's not like that kind of Hanged Man. This one is, again, it's like I feel like this person is bound and determined not to repeat similar patterns, so they are taking their time and choosing wisely before they move forward. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. This person also could be doing, they like you or them or both of you could be working a lot right now. They could have they might have other projects and things that they are working a lot and putting into. It's also a self-improvement card. There could be a lot of self-improvement going on. I mean, you are Virgo, you guys are big on that, diet, health, that kind of stuff. Maybe you guys are working on that. Maybe the other person is working on things too. You do have the Ace of Pentacles here and the Ten of Cups. However, I gotta warn you guys, you do have the Five of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. So it's like, to me, and there's a little bit more to it than that too. So hold on here with me. So the Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. This is like an offer, being like a solid offer. Again, we have the Pentacles, like this stability, this long-term idea of you know, putting the work in and that sort of thing, to bring emotional fulfillment. Like, I believe this is possible for you guys, but there's an issue here. You know, there's definitely an issue, because the Five of Pentacles and Ten of Swords, not good cards. This is feeling left out in the cold. This is an ending. Sometimes it's a brutal ending. It could mean many things. But what's interesting is you have the Four of Swords, and then you have the Chariot and the Fool card. So it's like, hold on, looking. Okay. All right, so this could be something that could take like a really long time, is what I'm seeing. Because you know, if you want to, if this makes it through this, whatever this is, it's like, if you guys can take the risk and move forward and move it through, I do believe like the payoff is good. But there's something here that's like not, you know, a lot of you won't make it through this, you know, with this person. So, you know, it's going to be different things for different people. It could just mean like all of a sudden ending. It could mean, you know, the five of Pentacles. I mean, it could just be distance. Also, the Five of Pentacles can mean separation and distance, but there's definitely like an ending. That's the thing. So it's like, you're either, after that, you are taking your time and thinking about things, and you are either choosing to move forward, or some of you are not. You know, that's the way I'm kind of reading that. So I mean, it's really nice the way this is going, and I don't want to discourage you, you know, you guys, with the Ten of Swords and Five of Pentacles and so forth, because like, this seems to be something that is happening and like should happen, you know, because again, like, everything is moving forward towards a destination, and sometimes we move forward towards a destination that crashes and burns, but then something else, again, good comes out of it, like we saw with the Fool, the Chariot, and then there's some other good cards past that. So either way, like, this is supposed to happen, and that won't be for all of you. Remember, this is a general reading. So I you know, it looks positive. I really love that. It's like, I can't remember the last time I've seen a reading where every single person has their head moving, you know, towards the future, rather than at least one card looking back. So I think that's wonderful. All right, so let's see what's going on with Capricorns. All right, Capricorn, what's going on with you guys? Capricorns, single Capricorns. Single Capricorns out there. What is going on with single Capricorns? What is the energy for single Capricorns, please? Single Capricorns. Single Capricorns. A couple more shuffles. Hang on. Single Capricorns, please. Wow, it is so windy today. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. It's like very windy. Single Capricorn, single. Okay, Page of Swords fell out. So some of you could just be kind of like communicating, but not in the way like that you want. You know, it's just, it's not the kind of communication that's like, you know, hey. It's more like, what the hell does he mean by that? Or what does she mean by that? It's that kind of communication. Or it's like you send out, you know, a communication with like, you know, 3 questions in it, and you get back like, sup. You know, it's like that kind of thing. All right, so let's see what's going on for single Capricorns. Okay, definitely looking forward to something. There's something coming in that you know is like gonna be, it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. So let's see, we'll find out. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So single Capricorns, you do have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, but there's that damn Page of Swords again. You do have Justice, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So you have some interesting cards. All right. So oh wow. All right. So for some of you, there could have been like recently, or, you know, somewhat fairly recently, or is about to happen. There could have been like, maybe some of you have left a situation. Maybe some of you have become separated. That's why you're watching the singles reading, or divorced even. Maybe some of you just were living with someone and it wasn't working out and you just left, or they did, could be either one, or the person you may be dealing with soon. This may be their energy. All right, but there's definitely something here where probably a living situation that hasn't worked out for you. Maybe some of you just moved too. That could be because there is sudden, there is possible movement here, or moving to a new place, or there's that kind of energy as well. Some of you could have moved to be closer to someone, or are expecting someone to come visit you, but it didn't work out like over this period of time. So maybe it's been rescheduled and they're coming in now. I don't know. There's a sense here of waiting for like something that you feel is going to be this kind of like breakthrough moment. Okay, that's what I'm getting. I feel mostly it's somebody who has ended a marriage or ended a long-term relationship. Okay, with the World card here and the King of Pentacles. And it's like with the Queen of Wands and Judgment card, you're probably hoping they're coming towards you. All right, and for some of you that may be kind of. I mean, this is the thing is that this would be like one of those readings that's going to be very complicated. It's going to be many different scenarios for many different people. So the only thing, most likely, I'm just going to be honest, that you're going to get out of this reading is kind of like, oh yeah, that resonates. But it's not really going to be answers. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know that now. I can tell because it's too convoluted. There's too many storylines this could be, because I've got a male and a female here, so I don't, if a male's watching this, then it's going to be this and it's going to be that. If a female's watching this, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. There could be divorce here. There could be somebody coming towards you. So regardless of whatever storyline I could lay down here, we'll just look at the outcome. Okay, so there's all kinds, like, again, it's silly for me to go through every single storyline just to like razzle dazzle you and so that you can go, yeah, that resonates, but because what's really important is the outcome. All right, so just take your situation. If this halfway resonates what I've told you already, then, and it could also have, I'll just give you a couple things too. It could have something to do with a reconciliation with someone who has recently left a partner, or maybe they've left you out in the cold, you're hoping to reconnect with them. It could be maybe you're dating a male who is saying that he's leaving his wife and coming towards you. Maybe you're a female who has left a situation and with a husband, and you're hoping to reconnect with someone. There's like all these different scenarios. Here's the outcome though. With the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, the best case scenario. This is communication, absolutely. Okay, so there's definitely communication coming in, but it's a page. So it's a start, but it's not, like, in other words, if you were hoping for this person to make this grand gesture because you left somebody to be with them, or they left somebody to be with you, or you're waiting on them to come see you from a long distance or something like that, and you're kind of picturing this whole thing, it's like you're getting a page. So that's the only thing to be concerned about. It is communication, and it's a start, and I'm not against, pages are fine because things got to start somewhere. And I do like the Ace of Swords is here because this page, this message that's coming in, it is about stability, and it is about truth and clarity that you desperately need. All right, so that part I do like. This Page of Swords is just what I'm not liking with the situation, because we keep getting pages. And another page. You've got 3 pages here. You've got the Fool card, so that's again travel, or a sense of taking a risk on something, or starting something fresh and new with someone or a new person. But again, we have yet another page. We do have Justice, so this is karmic, absolutely. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a good card. We have another page, Page of Cups. And then we go into the Ten of Pentacles, which is nice, but it's like the cards after that. Actually, the cards after that are they're better than I initially thought. Okay, because I started seeing, like, when I started looking, I was seeing stuff like this, and that's kind of why I was like, you know. But actually, now that I'm looking, because these are cards of you know, not really making any progress with anything really. But then you do have the Sun card, you have the Lovers card, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles here. We have the Knight of Cups. We do have the Death card, but to me that, you know, it could be a Scorpio or a Leo here because you have Strength too. So, but it could be just like the situation changes, and you have the Magician. You have the Hierophant also. So, you know, those cards are good. But really what I'm sensing is more like this is, it's in its infancy stages, okay? So now I'm not so like about the pages, all right, like I was before. I think it's fine because this is most likely where you guys need to start is at this very like taking it from this kind of youthful, and I've been saying that a lot lately in the readings I notice because I think it's a good place to kind of go back to. I'm not a fan of going backwards or going back to things, but in the sense of like remember like when you used to date, you know. So before it got complicated, it was like online stuff, and then like, oh my god, and meeting this person for coffee, you know, writing 500 emails, and then, you know, and all that kind of stuff, like going back to what it was like before that, and you just kind of went out on a date, you know, and you saw if you liked him or not, you know. So I think that's fine. So I get this like sense of youthfulness with this, and beginning stages with this. Now this person could also be younger, and maybe that's why all the pages are showing up. They could be much younger than you, so that could be too. Either way though, the good news is, again, truth and clarity about a situation, a new start. For some of you, this is divorce. This is a clean slate. This is, you know, starting to date again and put yourself out there. It's a lot of, that's why I say it's so many different scenarios with this reading. It wasn't like a cut and dry, like the ones prior for Taurus and Virgo. But here, the thing is, what I do see is that this, whatever all this is, it is karmic. It's supposed to happen, and it's karmic in the way that you're on the right path. That's what I see. Sure, there's going to be some confusion. There's still going to be some wondering if you did the right things, and some anxieties and things like that. But ultimately, you're working your way to, you know, something that's going to make you happy and freer, like with a physical connection, things like that. And then ultimately, you know, work your way to another very stable long-term situation. So that's what I'm seeing. Hope that resonates somewhat. I know I kind of, you know, cut to the chase with some of that stuff, but again, like I said, you know, I could just go on for, it'd be an hour of me talking about all the different scenarios that layout could have been. Okay, so you guys get it, right? Your earth signs, cut to the chase, right? So okay, that was your singles reading. So I'll probably be doing career readings soon, so keep an eye out for those. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and drop a like. That would be awesome. Thanks. All right, bye.